Thank you to Liquid IV for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? How are you feeling today? Because today we are engaging in a civil war. Now, before we go into this, so we can give you guys our honest thoughts and reactions, it's always important first to acknowledge how you're currently honestly. John, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good today. I feel, relatively focused. It's been a pleasant just day outside, pleasant day at the computer and otherwise. I'm ready to wreck all of that with some heavy political undertones. I've been very curious about this movie, and I'm in a thoughtful mood today, so I feel like this could be a nice opportunity to take it in the right way, hopefully. I don't even know what to expect. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty similar to you. I'm feeling stimulated. I'm feeling my thoughts are going pretty good. I'm feeling really positive today, honestly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't really know much about this. I'm not even sure I saw the trailer for it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. And it's one of those movies where you kind of got this instant pressure where you got to feel like you know what you're talking about when you put yourself on
Get ready for the discourse.
I'll just say right now, that is something that I'm not going to concern myself with today. If I don't pick up on a nuance or some type of political meaning, I'm not going to try to sound smart. You guys know by now, I'm not the greatest when I try to do that. That's why John's here. Fill in for me.
Hey, so I can try.
Do the commentary that people need to hear while I'm like, whoa, that's creepy, or whatever the hell. So we'll find out. Regardless, we'll give you guys our honest experience, and the movie ought to be attainable regardless of how much you know about politics. So
yeah, if you haven't read the book, you shouldn't be lost.
Yeah, fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead, leave a like on this video. Lets YouTube know that you are enjoying this, which in turn helps other videos of ours get promoted. Hey, subscribe and click that notification bell. Every Tuesday, we do our drama and historical upload movie reactions, so get notified when the next drama, historical, or whatever other genre day fancies your interest uploads on this channel. Patreon, my God, you have no clue.
No civil wars there.
No idea how freaking phenomenally helpful Patreon has been to this Real Rejects company as of late, because copyright claims are through the wazoo. They don't stop. Had to put a video to private just a few hours ago after it was one of our best performing ones in a while because of a little block that occurred. Really sad. It's really sad. So with that in mind, Patreon is a great way to support the channel, help offset some of these monetization problems we have been having over the past couple of months, especially. In addition to that, you get the full-length reaction watch-along where you get a sync up with your own copy of Civil War, time code included. That way it's like John and I are sitting on the couch enjoying the whole thing with you from beginning to the very end. We were watching this on HBO Max. John, are you ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to see that one meme where that one meme happens with the glasses.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We'll get your reaction in just a second.
I get it. It's a commentary on how blurry the future looks.
Exactly.
Only government's in this. What?
We are now closer than we have ever been to victory.
When a speech feels performative.
Some are already calling it the greatest victory in the history of mankind.
Whoa.
The performative painting that you put out to the public versus what you're actually getting in real life.
We are closer than we have ever been to victory. Some are already calling it the greatest victory in the history of military campaigns.
Yeah, it's like all the valorous language and then showing just the brutal, harsh reality of it all.
The people of Texas and California should know that they will be welcomed back to these United States.
What?
That's right.
I can also confirm that the Florida Alliance has failed in its attempt to force the brave people of the Carolinas into joining the insurrection.
Oh, whoa. What the hell?
So California, Texas, and Florida all agreed.
We are now closer than ever to a historic victory.
Wow.
God bless you all, and God bless America.
We all seceded. That's crazy.
Taking a photo of the television.
Oh, man. Ooh, fun focus rack. A lot of good focus racking so far in this movie. And like really cueing you into the lens. Like the opening shots are like literally like the lens. Look at these layers of just blurred light and glass.
Career new font.
Hey, love Courier New.
Typer. Absolutely beautiful.
Well, and two, like you think back to like 28 Days Later has like a really striking like, oh man, London, but like you've not seen it before, and this is gonna like do a bunch of that for America, I bet.
I genuinely did not know it was about an actual
Civil War. In the
I
modern
thought
time.
it was like a clever title or something. I was
Sure,
like,
sure,
oh, it's
sure.
an actual like futuristic Civil War we're dealing
No,
with.
Captain America is about to show up, and then Tony Stark. Oh, hey. Character actor Wagner Moura. Let's go. Enjoyed him in Elysium and as Death in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Yeah, it's like right away. It's like one of those movies where like the camera is going to play a huge role.
Is the story going to be about media manipulation?
Could be. Certainly about clashing perspectives and narratives versus reality. Hey, I have that Nikon. Ooh!
Ouch.
Ah!
With this backdrop of a song, you get kind of that like Vietnam War days vibe in America.
It's funny. It gives it a little bit of that
Department of Environmental Protection is what that truck is.
irony.
What? You're Lee Smith. This is crazy.
Will you sign my camera?
Oh no, I can't take this. Take it and put it on. Thank you so much.
What is her? Wowie. Oh my God.
Hell yeah. America, baby. Damn.
America.
Damn.
Ah!
Wow, with the throwing of the flag in there.
Courtesy, professionalism, and respect.
And she goes right to photographing.
The lens sound.
Well, I know it's the future, but it feels so real.
Yeah, it's pretty haunting. Yep. Love the shutter clicks.
You seem like a disillusioned reporter there, taking a photo of the photographer, taking the photos.
It's meta.
The word I'm getting is July 4th.
The word you're getting. Like everyone in this room hasn't already heard this bullshit.
Oh, this guy.
He is in Dune.
From Dune, yeah.
But it's the race to Berlin. There's no coordination between the secessionists. As soon as D.C. falls, they'll turn on each other.
What's a secessionist?
The people who secede,
I mean, yeah, but
who leave the Union. Like people who believe in leaving the United States, essentially. And who are actively, like, pursuing that end.
Staying in New York a while or venturing out?
Come on, Joe. So you can beat us there?
I couldn't beat you in a brisk walk.
Oh.
We're going to D.C., Sammy. Tomorrow morning, first thing.
Yeah, front line, I figured.
No, not the front line. D.C.
What do you mean by that? Talk to the president?
What?
I'm gonna photograph the president.
Oh, okay.
Good call.
Joe's gonna interview him.
Photograph and interview the president.
I'm smart.
Oh, are you serious? They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol.
Oh, wow.
Wowie.
And how you gonna do this?
We get there before anyone else does.
You think there's a rush to get executed on the South Lawn?
West Coast forces, fucking Portland Maoists. It's all the same.
This is like a comic book.
Is falling and the president is dead inside a month.
Ugh.
Wowie.
Interviewing him is the only story left.
It's not a story if it never gets filed.
We need the truth.
Lee, can I please talk you out of this bullshit?
I don't think it's bullshit. I think it might be the last chance at true journalism.
So you gotta go west, maybe as far as Pittsburgh, then circle in from West Virginia.
He's got a beautiful voice.
You already had that route all figured out, huh, Sammy?
What's her name? Cailee Spaeny. Oh, is she from Romulus?
You think I care if you file with whatever's left of the New York Times?
Oh. I was going to say, is there an LA Times?
You're worried I'm too old, can't move quick enough.
Yeah, you gotta be a survivor in these streets, huh?
If it's the front line you want, half the press in this room are gonna be heading there within 24 hours.
You want me to walk around this fucking room begging for a ride?
Let's go together. Get there early.
Finish the upload. Upstairs, pass out.
I gotta say, what these actors are bringing to this scene makes this alt future feel very real and lived in. You can feel the history of the weight of what's been going on with the world in these performances.
Just to warn you, if you take the elevator, we do sometimes have power cuts, which might mean a delay in your journey. We offer the option to use the stairs.
I'm on the 10th floor.
These false pleasantries.
Your choice, ma'am.
A delay in your journey. Get a bellhop to carry me up.
Buy a helmet and some Kevlar, okay? If you're planning on attending any more stuff like that.
I am, going to.
So casual.
You have the same name as my hero, Lee Miller. She was one of the first photojournalists into Dachau. Do you know her stuff?
Yeah, I know who you know. is.
Of course.
What's your name?
Desi Cullen.
I've got to walk up 10 flights of stairs. But if I ever see you again, you better be wearing Kevlar and that fluorescent.
I wonder if that'll come back around.
Don't meet your heroes. I love, you can feel just how much of the you don't even know what you're getting into kid is in Kirsten Dunst's performance.
Yeah, the illustration of contrast is really strong.
Because it's you got to run toward all this atrocity and you don't have any weapons or anything and you're just there to document. It detaches you from everything, even though you're in the midst of everything. What a montage. Wow.
Oh, that is horrible.
What?
Oh, that is really horrible.
That's a crazy effect.
I know. On a film level, it looks beautiful.
It's a beautiful effect. It's a really harsh context.
Yeah. Damn.
That's movie magic sometimes.
Man, I know you haven't played Last of Us 2. There's definitely some vibes of it.
I mean, this definitely comes with a layer of post-apocalypse and fanaticism, even though there's still way more of the remnants of kind of society at the moment anyway. Bikes in a military van.
So optimistic.
Oh my God.
She doesn't want to ride with her, does she?
Word?
She doesn't want her coming.
What the fuck is that girl doing?
She came over to the table last night after we went to bed. We got talking, and she's very cool.
She's a kid, did you notice that?
She's 23, and she wants to do what we do. She wants to do what you do. We had to start one day. Were you much older than she is now?
Yes.
That's why she doesn't want her there, though.
Whatever happens, she goes no further than Charlottesville.
All right, let's go.
Road movie. She's giving the same kind of immensely over this flavor that for some reason reminds me of Jake Gyllenhaal in Prisoners. It's so far beyond this, but still committed to it nonetheless. It's a cool shirt. Oh. Walking Dead. Society is the zombie in this movie.
The music choices really do give it some type of Vietnam War movie vibe too.
Yeah, totally. Definitely an Apocalypse Now.
Of the time when America was collapsing in on itself, when the belief system was all really, it's a big turning point.
Oh no. Well, it's embodying that without doing a Creedence song or something like that. It's it's not aping it. It's just, it feels like that, but in this context. And two, I gotta imagine working so much with Danny Boyle, this kind of reminds me of his vibe too, in terms of how he uses music.
Mr. President, do you regret any actions implemented during your third term in office?
Third term. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Art becomes reality.
No.
I'm not gonna softball him, Sammy.
In retrospect, Mr. President, do you still think it was wise to disband the FBI?
Oh shit.
How is your policy evolving in the use of airstrikes against American citizens?
Now we're talking.
Just be sure you get the words out before the piano wire gets too tight.
Oh my God.
There's a gas station up ahead.
This is going to ironically remind us just how beautiful so much of the country is.
Oh man, there's danger at every corner here.
Do it.
What do you think?
Any chance to refuel we should take?
Damn. Do you still, how do we do this? Do we barter? Do we pay for it?
What is the savagery like?
Yeah, I've never seen Deliverance, but I'm is this movie going to feel like America Deliverance? I know that was in America too, but just more American patriotism flavored.
Help you folks?
Just looking for gas.
Gotta look the fuel permit.
Fuel permit.
We're actually just passing through.
Can't help, sorry.
Sir, if we pay
I was never gonna
What?
get it free.
Mm-hmm.
What's over the odds?
300 for half a tank and 2 cans,
300 buys you a sandwich.
300 Canadian.
That's more money now. No way.
It's already more. I guess Canada survived this reality.
Stretching your legs?
No, I just saw something from the road.
This isn't going to take long.
Sure.
Oh no.
I hope
don't-
you're all his lost moment. I hope you die. At 80 minutes into this movie.
Oh no. Oh Christ. Please no. Do not.
What did they shoot this with? Every time someone's a single, there's this incredible blur around them.
Yeah, they got those special lenses. And the birds chirping. Cicadas and stuff. Whoa. Woof.
It's smart to actually have this girl here, a reflection of her younger self, but also someone she has to protect.
Yeah.
Gives it heart.
And we don't got to do a million flashbacks. Wowie. What did they do?
I told her. I don't mind if she looks.
What, no pictures?
Looters. Actually know that guy. Went to high school together.
I just met him. Used to know that guy.
Went to high school together.
Why don't you put us and them out of our misery? Make a call. I'll put rounds in them right now. Or we'll beat them up a little more.
Put that on the girl.
We'll let them go after a couple days.
Man, he is bleeding out.
Flip a coin if you like.
God, this guy is wild.
Would you stand with them? Yeah.
I want to take your picture.
I'd like to take your picture.
Brought a camera to a gunfight.
Okay. Just stand over there.
You can see the professionalism in her. You got to seem very impartial. You got to seem like you don't judge at all. You're only there to
Between
document.
the two.
Between the two. Oh my God.
She's also protecting her.
Yeah.
What happened back there is nothing in comparison to what we're heading into. You need to understand.
Oh.
Holy shit, she's crying.
She's the hardened journalist, man. It's so fun. It's actually refreshing to see this in an actress instead of a male actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And she's so good at it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's like it's breaking through a little bit.
No, I think Kirsten Dunst is killing it. You could see all the layers underneath the hardened surface.
Like, I know she's had a resurgence lately, but I really hope she got some flowers for this.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Every time there's patriotism, it's backdropped with all this terror and violence.
Yeah.
We stand ready to fulfill the promise of our forefathers, to the flag, to the nation, and to God.
The repackaging of the fight via the speeches versus the actual reality of the war.
This is how they blind you.
And it's like this beautiful light. It's like nature's kind of indifferent to all of this. Oh, the helicopter. The great production design.
I know this looks really expensive for an A24 movie. Wonder how much they paid J.C. Penney for this. We want to prove we'll still be here when the world is falling apart.
Yeah, if you need to go loot some abandoned mall for survival, it better be ours.
Shoot it.
Shoot the helicopter?
Yeah, it's gonna make a good image.
Good exercise. Exactly. You're in class now. Listen up.
FE2s, you don't see them around much.
Yeah. They're my dad's cameras, actually.
Don't worry, he's not dead. Sitting on his farm in Missouri pretending like none of this is happening.
What a luxury.
There is no version of this that isn't a mistake. I know, because I'm it. Joe and Sammy are it.
It's my choice.
Right.
We are the product she's trying to prevent.
And I'll remember that when you lose your shit or you get blown up or shot.
I can't care about you.
Would you photograph that moment if I got shot?
What do you think?
Depends where you get shot and by whom. That's a foreshadowing. That's got to be a foreshadowing moment.
I mean, she protected her. They're making good time. She protected her from that. That's really good time and shit.
Like 300 odd miles?
I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
Does my job matter?
Am I allowed to say I remember you at her age?
And I wasn't so different.
You weren't so different. You think you're being hard on her, and I think you're being hard on yourself.
Hey.
You've called it.
And for the record, sure, I'm worried about that girl. And I'm worried about you, too.
He's saying with the audience, in case they're not picking up on it.
English, please.
This gunfire is getting extremely fucking hard. Look at that shit light up the sky.
My man.
It's not our story.
But you know, bang bang.
We're not going anywhere near that in the dark.
Yeah, don't.
They're still at it. We'll take a look.
You mean it?
This guy's looking for a hit.
Well, yeah, it's like you probably either have a lot of people who are burdened by responsibility or who get a rush off the, chaos of it all.
I mean, but he's drinking right now, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Action tomorrow.
We going down there?
A lot of shit flying around behind him.
But not you. You're gonna hang back.
You're getting comfortable.
My advice, don't expect to sleep. That way, if you do, it's a nice surprise.
You gonna sleep?
I got out of the event.
Let's go. Break me off a piece of that.
Got plenty. I can give you some if you like.
I know, it's okay.
Or I can stay up with you. Keep you company.
Is this supposed to be uncomfortable?
I don't
Or warm?
I don't know. Or whatever.
I think it's supposed to be somewhere. I think we're supposed to wonder that. I am actively wondering that. I hope that he's not creepy.
If you do get freaked out or something, just wake me up. It's not nice being scared alone.
I like the staging and the lighting in this.
You bet, though.
Well, there's gunfire back there, yeah.
Oh.
Cigarette smoke with the smoke of the gunfire back behind them. It's great. It's a beautiful looking film.
And as they proceed on a fast death out there, he takes another drag of the slow one.
You know what he could use? An 8-sleep mattress. Today's video sponsor. Are you a journalist on your way to D.C. right now?
In the midst of one of the most trying times in American history, your back deserves a little support and your head deserves a good night's sleep. I mean, this part is very tranquil. I like they're taking time for even that.
I think it's going to ramp up immediately after this. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Nah, man. Slice of life. Vibe.
Yeah. It's instant.
Wow. Fun.
The starkness of it.
Get ready to move. Prep the smoke. Get out of here.
Jesus.
Look at that. Oh, my God. It was like bloodlust in him.
Jeez, what shots. I wonder who did the stills.
I don't even know who's fighting who right now.
Exactly. Us fighting each other. Oh, shit. No.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
This shouldn't look so cool. But it does.
I mean, that was the point they were just making. Yeah. Like, oh, God. Eesh. Oh, my God. Get that arterial spray. Poor guy.
This is
Damn,
a scary
sister.
movie. This is a terrifying
Really
movie.
scary movie.
This is
Yeah.
terrifying. Watching that young girl evolve into Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, you're constantly going from like a chill moment or a heavy conversation to like extreme violence. Just the reality of this world is that there's violence all around, which is still true, but like even more so. Like to not really have a clear grip on who's fighting who kind of complements it that much more.
I mean, these guys look like civilians, and they look like they're up against actual soldiers. When you're in that much pain, you can't contain it.
Well, yeah, it's like the only way to let it out is to groan it, is to vocalize.
Audio becoming so much clearer.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Oh, Jesus. What a tone shifter.
Oh, we got some montage.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, look at having a good time with the soldiers. This is the new normal.
Yeah. God, and so many of these frames are framed like stills, moving stills. Like there's lots of beautiful cinematography in so many movies, but like to do a movie that's also like about taking photographs as much as it is filming the moment, like it's alive in the language of the visuals. It's cool. It's like I think it's easy to forget that like a lot of moving picture camera guys like you start with stills, you know. Oh no.
Oh
wow.
They're having fun, are they?
God damn.
This country's eating itself alive right now.
What a fucking rush!
Dude. Like a little aside.
What is?
Just that one shot of them zipping down the highway and him shouting. Like a weird little cherry on top of that.
Park over there. There's a canteen where you can eat, and no tents available.
Thanks, man.
Sleeping in the van again.
Excellent use of sets. So simple, and it feels so much larger than it is.
This movie
simple.
Seems like it's easy to make, not easy, but like I feel like this easily looks more expensive than it is.
Check this out. Okay.
And I bet location scouting this was fun because I bet they could really play off of whatever locations they were looking at or finding.
I'll eat once I'm done with this.
Developing negs on the road.
And I got myself a pretty neat travel kit.
Oh, jealous.
Want to know the secret of getting the developer just right? Body temperature.
What?
Thank you.
Is that true? Photo nerds, comment below.
How about you tell me the story of how you became a photojournalist?
You don't know? Thought I was one of your heroes.
When you were in college, you took the motherfucking legendary photo of the Antifa massacre.
Antifa massacre.
You became the youngest ever Magnum photographer.
That would be my Wikipedia page.
Wikipedia still exists.
Hey man, it's one of our most vital resources. I support.
Still need a phone, even though you can't get a signal.
What to create the light? Oh, fun. Whatever that is, I want it.
They're not even in focus. Like, exposure's all wrong.
Let's keep looking.
The more you shoot, the better you'll get. Oh yeah, that was one.
That's when Kirsten Dunst was over her shoulder.
It's a great photo, Jesse.
It's like you can almost feel how much everyone wants to talk about what the photo is of, and yet they're just talking about the photo.
It was also smart on Alex Garland's end to make sure that your core four, you actually get a flesh out in these human moments. That way it's not solely some commentary piece. It's still a character-driven journey where the commentary can live on. Great photo.
Yeah.
You're seeing her skills grow.
Go Steelers, baby. Whoa.
Bodies hanging.
I did not. That is a well-designed shot. That is a well-designed shot.
Something as simple. Oh, yeah, because earlier you had people demanding we want water.
Yeah.
And then you have these people who get access to it where they can just water their
their yard.
Yeah.
Did we just drive through a time portal?
It's the Twilight Zone.
It's where everyone's parents are living.
Hey there. Welcome. Feel free to look around.
She's brightly lit clear. They're in the shadows.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
Oh, sure. But we just try to stay out.
Damn. How do you keep people out?
Stay out.
With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Yeah.
Well, let me know if you want to try anything on.
Oh my God.
Is ignorance bliss?
The Switzerland of American
What?
states.
You're so war-torn you can't try on a dress?
Now dance with me, Lee.
Yes.
Let's have that moment.
Take my hand.
You haven't seen yourself in a mirror in
Oh my God.
few days.
Shut the fuck up.
Give her a little of your soul.
Look at this guy flirting his ass off in the back.
He's about to get a free dress out of it.
You're gonna take the photo?
Tell me not to rush.
Yeah, but there's a sweet spot and you're missing it.
Don't want to miss your sweet spot.
There it is.
No, that was not the moment.
That was, oh my God. Look, she's happy. Oh my God. Genuine moment. Sweet spot, looking sweet.
Are we going to see this one or no?
You're pretty when you smile.
Oh.
There you go.
What ISO are you shooting? So you can shoot out there in here?
Yeah, nice.
I'm not gonna take a picture.
Right. You know what, though? running a little low on film.
You mean? I'm out.
You're mean.
It's so weird. This place is like everything I'd forgotten.
Funny. I was thinking it felt like everything I remembered.
Perspectives.
Be subtle.
Oh, are they sniped up? Yep. Good frame. Good frame.
Wouldn't have suited us anyway, Lee. We'd have gotten bored.
I remain ready to accept the full, immediate, and unconditional surrender of the secessionist forces.
Illusions, man, illusions.
To liberate the people of the subjugated states and start rebuilding our great nation. The land of the free.
Good casting with him, too.
Words might as well be random.
What do you think he'll actually say if I do get a mic in front of him?
Not much. The ones that get taken, Gaddafi, Mussolini, Ceausescu,
Is he even alive?
they're always lesser men than you think.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
At the end, he'll let you down, Joe.
Just as long as he isn't dead
Using
before I get there.
an AI voice generator.
The second I asked that question. As long as he's in dead.
Winter Wonderland. Aw. It's a trap.
Hold up.
Whoa.
Brain guts on the ground.
Oh yeah, get your telephoto game.
It was 1,000% a trap.
Oh, Santa. Ugh.
There was a turnoff 3 or 4 miles back. Maybe we should turn around and take another route.
Can you see anything?
No.
Oh, of course, duh.
Nothing. No shapes, no movement, nothing.
Of course, that's your telescope. Fun.
Okay, I'm gonna drive forward a little. Should we keep going?
Oh, damn, dude.
Oh.
Oof.
Was one of them shot?
Damn, we're just doing this. Wow. I guess you don't swerve. I guess it's worse to swerve.
They are press.
Yeah. Wow.
Where you going?
Some places the press is seen as hostile combat.
Don't be such a hot shot. Just keep your head down.
Hey.
She's adjusting.
Huh? Huh?
Don't try driving on. This guy's a good shot.
Whoa.
Wow.
Santa's head just got blown off.
It's like a sniper fight.
What's going on?
Someone in that house. They're stuck. We're stuck.
Who do you think they are?
No idea.
They come with such intensity, and these guys are so calm.
Press.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Now I understand why it's written on the side of your vehicle.
The movie's a masterclass in like throwing lines away in a good way.
Are you WF? Who's giving you orders?
No one's giving us orders, man. Someone's trying to kill us. We are trying to kill them.
You
Jeez.
don't know what side they're fighting for.
The line.
Oh, I get it. You're retarded. You don't understand a word I say.
Oh, they are way past actual Civil War
Yo.
territory, are they?
What's over there in that house?
It is only about survival right now.
Someone shooting.
Guys, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there's like all this like bright pastel colored like paint splatter on stuff. It's like it's on this one guy's head. It's all over a number of the previous locations. Oh,
one little
flower. Yeah. This guy with the nails in the hair.
Did he accomplish the goal?
I got good news.
Huh?
It's like escaping into a different reality in your own thoughts.
God, sleep in heavenly peace. What a surreal moment. All the Christmas music and stuff.
Why don't you put your head down there?
Thanks, Sammy. I'm good.
Take it from an overhand. Sleep any chance you get. You never know what's coming around the next corner.
True that.
You're all right.
She would have been a good Ellie.
Well, I mean, you would know better than me, but it seems like, especially having seen images of the game, she looks just like her.
Her delivery and cadence sounds a lot like her.
Do not want.
Sammy,
But
got a car coming up on us pretty fast.
Sammy, that's the name of a camera store.
I don't know. Maybe they're just in a hurry.
You can't outdrive them. Why don't you? Oh my God, yeah. Oh damn, that's terrifying.
Are they like fighting over the wheel, or are they just bad
He
driving?
smoked his tires on the last corner.
But we're not gonna outrun anyone in this thing, so slow down a little, Lee.
Yeah.
Let them pass.
That's exactly what I was thinking. But I don't think they're already going when they're determined for that. They're driving drunk.
Driving real erratic, yeah.
Don't look out at them. They just roll on by.
Okay.
Oh no.
What the fuck? Tony?
What?
What the fuck? How you guys doing? What the fuck are you doing here? I don't know, Joe. What are you doing here? Fuck you. Fuck you.
Huh?
God, small world.
They were following us. Did you tell them where we were headed back in New York?
Fuck no.
Yeah, you did.
Joe tell you where we were going back in New York?
I don't know, Lee. He was pretty drunk. When he was hitting on that girl, you got in the back seat.
So he was hitting on that girl.
Come on, man.
I'm done with Bohai. He's lousy company. He drives like a maniac.
Yeah, clearly. The F.
Are you fucking crazy, Tony?
Just keep the car steady, Lee. Just keep it steady.
That's why they call him Crazy Tony. So random.
Something terrible's about to happen. Or not, okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Something's gonna happen to that car.
Yeah, I don't like it. No.
I'm doing it!
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Don't turn the wheel.
Oh Christ. Oh boy. I guess you gotta try it.
Much better. Much better. Fuck you.
That's not funny.
Yeah, what if he doesn't stop?
That's not funny. What's something happens? Something's gonna happen to them.
Yeah, I feel like bad news.
Speed up.
Where did they go?
Shit. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
This feel funny.
I don't want him fucking around. I want Jessie back in this car.
Girl's fine.
How the fuck do you know if she's fine? Can you see her?
Oh shit. Jesus.
No.
Jesus. Scary. Very scary.
Yikes.
Yeah. This movie's also really good at wielding dread via just like local perspective.
Alex Garland wrote and directed Dread.
Ali G.
This was stupid.
Yeah.
This was so stupid.
Very, very fun prospect, but like very, very, very dumb idea in execution. Oh no.
Shit.
They're having a picnic. Good use of the geography of the car.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
There's your boy. There's
Is that Jesse Plemons?
Yeah, Jesse Plemons in them glasses. It's the only
Kirsten Dunst's husband.
I know. I forget that all the time. Had you not reminded me, I might not thought to say anything. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, good. Yes, good.
Whoa, this is so disturbing.
We need to go down there.
We go down there, they're going to kill us. Those people do not want to be seen doing what they're doing. Tell us, Lee.
Oh god.
They killed all the people in that fucking truck. They could have killed the whole town, but they'll stop now. Who knows where those bodies are from? Or the bodies in uniform.
Nope.
I'm going down.
Come on, listen, me too. I'm telling you, every instinct in me says this is death, okay? Death.
You stay because you're old and you can't run.
Blunt.
Fuck it. Shit, fuck this.
Stay.
Go back to the car.
You're old and you can't run. Stay. Oh, these guys are like some sadistic assholes, aren't they?
Sure feels like.
I mean, it's Jesse Plemons.
Wyatt, there's one hung up in there.
Is he like salting the grave? What is he doing? Oh,
Hey! Hey, guys.
no. Oh, boy.
What's happening? I guess there's some kind of misunderstanding here.
Yeah?
Oh my God, there's so many bodies.
Those two guys over there, they're my colleagues.
What kind of colleagues?
Journalists, sir. We're passing through.
Passing through to where?
Charlottesville.
Charlottesville. What's in Charlottesville?
Good hiking? No, we are covering the university campus there. They started a new program. They are reopening the school, which is it's a real feel-good story. I guess we all need that, right?
Does this guy need feel good anything?
Yeah. This guy's your colleague?
Oh my God,
This
you
guy
have to kill
here?
him.
Yes.
You have to kill him.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That guy?
Wow.
Sir,
Oh.
Damn it, Tony.
Just what? Just what?
you know what?
What?
Just please.
Just please?
Sir, please.
Sir. Yes,
Just
speak.
We're American journalists.
You told me that already.
We work for Reuters.
Reuters doesn't sound American.
Okay, it's a news agency.
I know what Reuters is.
Sir, okay, I'm just saying.
Just saying, just what?
We're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you?
What does that mean?
Central American? South American? What?
Florida.
Florida.
Trying to choose.
Central.
Oh my God.
What about you? Where are you from?
Tell him, Jesse. Missouri.
Missouri?
It's kind of crazy. They hide behind being safe as press all the time and
It's the show me state, right?
so in danger.
Yes.
Isn't that what they call it?
Yes.
Why do they call it the show me state?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Does you deserve to be shown its natural wonders?
It's American. It is American. 100%.
What?
What about you? Where are you from?
Colorado.
Colorado. Colorado. Missouri. That's what I'm talking about. American.
That's what we're talking about. Not Florida.
He only hasn't asked one.
Who's this guy hiding over here?
Yeah, there it is.
Hey, buddy. What's your deal? Where are you from? Can't speak? Are you mute? You can't speak English? Yes, you can. Yes, you can't.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Guy looks familiar, too.
You open your mouth and tell me where you're from. Just make sure it's clear fucking English, okay? Where are you from?
I'm from Hong Kong.
Oh, China.
Oh, yeah. God damn. It's coming.
Just stop it, okay? Stop it! Stop it! Who the fuck? Stop it!
Oh shit! Oh,
Damn, dog. Wow.
Oh my man!
Thank God
Man,
you
they-
stayed behind.
I forgot all about it.
Yeah, dude.
So caught up in the moment.
Get in the fucking car!
That was a nightmare.
Oh, she got thrown in the pit.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Oh, how horrible.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Horrible.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
Crawling over the dead to get to survival.
Yeah. Maybe you should grab one of them guns just to be safe. Ah, damn it. No.
Hurry. Do not get shot!
Yeah. No, god damn it. No.
Put your hands down.
God damn it. Yeah, this is like the American horror movie. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, it's all cascading.
Yeah.
They all broke.
Trauma and a half.
You know, a scene's effective when you're...
Wow.
Oh, that's a lot.
Oh my god.
Gotta stop.
What are you talking about?
I can't drive.
Oh,
Can't
no.
stop. You gotta fucking drive.
No,
down
he
there.
was hit. No.
He's bleeding.
No. Fuck!
Oh.
Okay, get out. Get out. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, and it's nightfall. No.
Okay.
God.
How could you possibly find medical attention? Aw.
Fuck!
missile. You know, a scene's effective when you're aware that that's the actress's husband, and you're like, I know, I'm losing awareness.
Yeah, totally.
You know? Wow, this looks straight out of The Last of Us 2.
This is Alex Garland's audition tape. Beautiful and horrible at the same time. Awful. Oh, R.I.P., man. Where that chopper headed? Take me back to God's country.
What a beautiful ass shot.
Yeah, dude. This movie has some lovely contrast across the board. Take his picture.
Everyone casually walking by, doing their job.
I was going to say, this has to be an all too common occurrence.
They were there too late.
Two stars. Western Forces military base. Oh, hey, we used to shoot on one of those cameras.
No?
We just heard about Sammy.
And the other two guys. Tony, Bohai, their names.
Lee, I'm really sorry. I know what he was to you.
Oh, it's her.
Now you wait until you hear what these two embedded motherfuckers have to say.
Joe, I'm just trying to talk to Lee about Sammy.
I know, I heard your condolences. Means a lot. Now, just tell her.
Use the word just too much.
We loved Sammy. Everyone did.
Thank you, Anya.
Fuck. The Western forces are moving into D.C. Earlier today, the government military basically surrendered.
It's true.
Wow.
DC's only protection now. Few do-or-die soldiers, handful of Secret Service. WF's gonna roll right in.
So you and I, we are too late. We missed the story. And Sammy didn't even die for anything good.
This is only the dark night of this whole.
For anything good. He died protecting you.
Sammy's death is the all-is
Yes.
around the 80-minute mark of the movie.
Right on cue.
Things after a while, guys.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been her. I was wrong. But she is the overall arc and too much of a theme.
Oh my God, look at this. It's gorgeous.
Where's Joel?
Processing.
To say the least.
Me too.
What an insane shot. Holy balls, that's an insane shot.
Long ass lens.
It looks digital.
Hardly knew Sammy compared to you, but
Yeah, you knew him.
Huh?
The man you were with, that's who he was.
Ain't that the truth?
Thank God he was here.
It may sound fucked up, but there are so many ways that it could have ended for him, and a lot of them were worse. He didn't want to quit.
He knew he would go out like this someday.
these last few days, I've never been scared like that before.
You were a hostage.
And I've never felt more alive.
Fierce duality.
It's weird to say that with such an emptiness.
Oh yeah, you got drained of adrenaline, dopamine, like every brain chemical you could think of is depleted. What kind of vodka? They pay for that to be there? Whoa. You gonna airlift those Humvees? Christ. Quite an excursion it has been. Rip that seat out. Oh, but wowie. God, what do you call that even? Like the rainbowing on that glass.
So much said in these silent exchanges that they have.
Yeah. It's like a performer's dream, too, this movie.
The ability to use auditory to have your transition like that was so cool.
Yeah, very
Usually
good.
it's only a match cut through visual.
Man. Have fun storming the Capitol. These lenses.
After working this hard to get to this point, your head's not even in the game right now.
Yeah. Like, what even is the point? Ooh. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Damn, this would get nominated for visual effects.
Did this get nominated for anything? Cause like, yeah, what a. I wonder if it maybe got a cinematography nod. Cause I almost wonder if that Ember scene was like pulled for an Oscar clip or something. Ugh. Jesus. Wait. I feel like they pull out this rainbow lens in like very specific moments on certain characters. Danger detection. There's an understatement. Ooh. Jesus.
Oh, perfect framing.
Like a RoboCop movie. Or like a Skynet situation. You get the thrill.
That's the problem.
Let's go.
Happy A24 made a movie like this. Like it's so expensive for an original thought.
Yeah, I'm fascinated to know what the budget would be on this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was like a sneaky $30 million movie, but even for A24, like that's a lot of money.
There's something that when you get like military shit involved that it help offsets. I forget what all that stuff is.
Ooh, are there like tax breaks?
Yeah.
Because this is a glowing endorsement of the military.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wowie. God damn. That shot I bet was largely CG. God damn. It's like sets like these make me wonder, because like it's pretty big and wow. No! Damn. Wow.
That's what the photo captures. Still from a note with the audio cut. It's very effective.
Very striking. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my god. Oof. God damn. God, he's like carrying you. Oh, it's all coming up.
The orchestration of this, along with. Oh, is that the journalist? The other one? Uh-oh. Oh, she's breaking.
Oh my god.
So fucking close.
What a flipperoo.
Forces have reached the White House perimeter. The president is now surrounded. We have approached from Pennsylvania.
Wow.
You getting good shit? Lincoln Memorial. You? WF propelling out of a chopper onto the roof of the fucking Pentagon.
Hey.
You know he's in there?
Do not miss your chance to blow.
The president's
Jesus.
right in that fucking building. What do you hear they're
Mr.
gonna
Unattainable.
do? Kill. No capture. Whoever gets a fucking gun to his head first.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Lee. Don't beat me to the money shot, huh?
Oh god.
You got the beast. 2 Suburbans right outside.
Suburbans. oh, they were actual
shit,
cars.
damn.
I thought he was going the guys. Damn. Or they decoy Suburbans. It's a suburban shell game.
I am so fascinated with how they made this.
Yeah,
this is
right.
incredible. Oh, she's perfect. Perfect.
Oh my god.
This is great.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, you knew that was coming, Pete.
Nice.
Woo.
Kill no capture. They need that interview. I think the president's still in there.
Yeah.
He's not in there. He's not in there.
He's in the White House.
Let's go. Let's go, Jesse.
What?
Come on, now.
Yeah.
On me. Reporters moving out.
Aww.
Yeah. The reporters are moving out. Jesus. We need one more scene with Nick Offerman.
I mean, it really feels like a movie that's about like systematic society problems.
Yeah.
And not, you know, I honestly thought I was walking to some anti-Trump movie.
Well, yeah, you think you're going to go to the Alex Garland tells you his ideas on American politics movie, but it's definitely not presented that way.
It's so much more nuanced than that.
Yeah. It's just, what would this situation look like? Like, it is the kind of like imaginary press scenario of just like, I'm just going to capture it.
The irony, though, of immediately kicking off with a third term.
Yeah.
Like, well, it was literally in the news like a couple days ago.
I mean, the man is predictable. Get
the fuck out of our way.
Like, sharp satire, well observed, but also, you all knew he was going to say that.
I've avoided all movie. That dude looks a lot like Pedro Pascal. I've thought it the entire time.
Yeah, man, this is all Universe Joel and Ellie movie.
The consistent framing of the camera, like being like a gun.
Yeah.
Come on, Art.
It is your gun.
Flood it.
Jesus.
I'm here to negotiate the surrender of the president.
Yes, here.
Are you the WF?
Take a wild guess.
Can the president be entrusted into your safe care?
Yes, ma'am. We'll take real good care of him. Just bring him out here.
We're not bringing him anywhere until we have agreed terms. We need a guarantee of safe passage for the president. And we need extraction to a neutral territory. We request Greenland or Alaska.
Nah, no terms. Bring him out here.
We gotta move, Sergeant.
Ma'am, the president is willing.
Yeah. Whoa, that
She was in sync too.
shutter
She was
speed
in sync.
up. Yeah, she had
was
the
waiting.
the
Yeah,
reflexes.
She's evolving, man.
Oh my god. And whoever that lead soldier is, like, her energy is pointed. Oh.
Just go.
Look how she just goes in, man. She's kicking ass.
She's found the zone.
Yeah.
The zone of interest.
Olympus has fallen.
Yeah.
The White House is down.
The bodyguard. No, that's not about a president.
I'm out. Reloading.
Hey. I wonder if they made like a photo book after the fact.
Crash it.
Woo.
Wait!
What?
Keep the kid alive. Keep the kid alive.
Wow.
Dude, you're gonna get killed.
Chief, clear left.
Smarted up a tiny bit.
War photography seems like one of the most insane things you could ever do.
With a cross, I need you to lead us a fire.
Sergeant, you're going left.
Follow me. I'm going left. You move when I move.
Just like that.
Move.
Oh, the shell's flying. Oh my god.
Oh wow, great shot.
Yeah. Ouch.
Stay down.
Listen to her.
How many shots have you got? Do you need to reload your...
Deconflict. Move. Break out.
Damn.
You gotta be in sync with the soldiers while you have no military training.
Reloading! Prepping crash!
Oh no. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Will she take her photo or save her?
Jesus. Whoa, the Kevlar.
She's gonna take her photo?
The shutters. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
The flipperoo.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Oh, she went to take her photo.
Oh, that hurts.
And she died in the photo.
Yeah, she caught that whole thing about like the camera and like a piece of your spirit, like literally the soul leaving body from frame to frame.
She died saving you. Oh, now you carry her expression.
Yeah. Oh my God. Same thing probably happened to her. Who was your hero who saved your life?
And you move past her. Don't even look at her. You're in the dark now. That really sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, now she's just... Oh my God.
Wait!
I gotta interview this guy.
Wait! I need a quote. Don't let him kill me. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That'll do.
Wow.
Take the photo.
Wow.
Come this far. God damn it.
Whoa. Wow.
Whoa, it's moving.
They shot this like...
Oh wow, the one time through the actual photography lens where it's like it's like a recording.
It's like a moving photo, yeah. That rainbow lens again, like... Wow, man. Christ.
All right.
What a great, slowly developing photograph. Oh,
smart.
That's fun. Wow.
The hero shot.
Yeah.
No.
Wow. Oh
The
my
hero
God,
shot
though.
down.
Yeah. Everyone's smiling. Mission accomplished.
And it's the goddamn president of
And
the
it's
United States.
Oh my God. Everyone looks so happy. They're going to go get shawarma after this.
All right, Reject Nation, quick personal update. On January 25th, I was 218 pounds. As of today, I'm down to 188. That's 30 pounds lost. Six-pack Greg is coming in. And while there's been a lot of factors, one of the biggest keys has been keeping my energy up, especially while having to up my cardio. And to help out with that, I've been drinking a little thing called Liquid IV every single day. Already a consumer before we ever partner with them. Lucky guy, what can I say? I like to take their sugar-free hydration formula, and honestly, I do feel a difference. I so appreciate that it actually tastes really good too. And truth be told, whether I'm coming off a workout or even having a rest day, I still take it. I just feel better whenever I take it. And here's why it works. One stick in 16 ounces hydrates better than water alone, thanks to their specific LIV Hydroscience formula. Something I've definitely committed to memory what that exactly all entails, beyond just knowing it actually really gets the job done and is healthy. But I do remember that it delivers 3 times the electrolytes in the leading sports drinks. It's also packed with essential vitamins like B12 and vitamin C, which are huge for recovery, energy, and staying sharp. And the flavors, as you just saw, raspberry lemonade is my go-to. Actually, I have a variety pack. Lemon lime, pretty good too. Oh, tangerine. Tangerine is also pretty solid. They're pretty good no matter which one you get. Liquid IV has become a non-negotiable part of my routine. So if you're doing cardio, strength training, or cutting calories, or wish to feel better throughout your day, hydration really is one of the easiest, most overlooked wins. Come this weird guy in his mid-30s who really appreciates the value of being hydrated. So if you'd like to support your body and in turn support the channel, you can head to liquidiv.com and use code REJECTS for 20% off your first order. That's 20% off when you use code REJECTS at liquidiv.com. If you've been thinking about it, this is your sign. Give it a try. It helped me stay on track. It still helps me stay on track, and I believe it'll help you too. Thank you, Liquid IV.
Rob Hardy, man.
It doesn't feel like too far off of a potential reality.
Yeah, this is an eerie movie.
Yeah.
It's uncanny and horrifying.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have watched the movie Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that was a haunting experience.
Twas.
That's a dark ass film, dude.
That was a dark, contemplative, visceral experience.
And kind of cool.
You want to know something else cool? They shot the White House scenes at the Tyler Perry Studios.
Oh, hell yeah, baby. Medea right there in the background.
Right. Hallelujah. Should be the new president. Bring us all back together.
That's fun to know. Thanks, Prepper, for editing down these highlights. Hopefully, it's public.
Hey.
YouTube's in this funky state now where they wait till your video's public after sitting in the video manager for several days going, all right, now that it's live, block.
Yeah. No one gets to see this.
That's what you get for trying to play by the rules and do a bunch of re-editing.
Yeah, right. And probably help more people discover our movie in the process. Thanks.
What are you going to do? Well, immediate thoughts, John?
Yeah, I mean, that was really striking and certainly, I think, in a nice way, a more, again, contemplative experience than I think just the loaded nature. It's very pointed and I think intentionally so prospect, this whole what does a modern American Civil War look like and what would that movie be about? And I like, at least here in this moment, the approach that this took, kind of taking that photography. And Alex Garland, is not an American. He's British, I believe.
Did not know
Unless I am mistaken. You can fact check me on that, but I believe he's a British writer-director.
What kind of American are you?
An OG American. He's from the sourdough starter that grew the whole country. Like taking this outside, this as objective as possible perspective on it. Like, obviously, there's subjectivity. It's a piece of art, but it presents itself and it presents the scenario in a very, what feels like a very objective kind of way, like you're just the camera lens peering in on what's going on here. And I think it has some interesting just tonal ideas about, the interplay between photography and journalism and, the active state of conflict and war, and the fact that, like, there are these people out there and this is a very real profession to have, and they name check a number of actual organizations and stuff, like, people who are there during these intense battles documenting what's going on so that the rest of the world has something to look at. And obviously we have social media now. There's a different kind of tenor that this conversation takes, or it has more octopus arms, but at the core of it all, there are still people out there in these places that you just can't get to unless you have some kind of credential, risking life and limb to just capture the moment. And there's like an odd interplay there because you are there for a grand purpose and you're, willing to risk your life for that. But there is like this sort of isolated idea of like, there's your political motivation and your view of the situation. And also there's just you as the photographer, as the crafter of the person contributing to the crafting of the narrative and the documenting of the history. And obviously there's a lot of conversation about media and how those images are skewed and manipulated. And even just here, I think the movie in its language does a nice job to illustrate that you can get these super striking photos, and there are so many famous, pictures and images from conflicts that are very real. And there's something about that whole idea of like, we're getting these images out to the people who should care, to try and inspire, to try and enlighten everybody as to what's really going on and maybe inspire some kind of action. But also at the same time, that picture then takes everything else. You're constantly looking at what's happening around the picture. And then when the pictures happen, you're like, oh yeah, all the everything outside of the frame ceases to exist here, in a sense. And so you can see even then the photo is a perspective. Even if it is just a stark snapshot of the moment, it's still even it even still has some element of perspective, and it's interesting. Like, this is a movie I feel like you could sit there and chew over for, age. You could do like a whole podcast talking about this movie. How are you feeling? What did you feel about it?
I feel worse.
It doesn't make me optimistic.
Before we started filming, normally it's very different because I think this is one of my favorite kinds of ways you do a political movie, because the immediacy is so effective that sometimes you don't, like, at least for me, there are times where I thought I was going to walk into something where it wouldn't be effective unless I really got it.
Yeah.
Unless I really understood
If I've been paying enough attention.
the commentary in the moment. Yeah. Like, he did Annihilation, right?
Yeah.
I didn't understand shit about that movie.
That's his most obtuse movie,
I had to
for
look
sure.
that whole thing up. I was like, I don't know what this movie is about.
Yeah, Ex Machina is like way more straightforward than something like that.
And I thought we might be getting something like this with a lot of like overt anti-Trump things. And while there's some elements here that you would associate more with far right stuff, I think the immediacy of the moment of the journey is so stark and effective that I'm not even really concerned with like, what are they talking about in the movie?
Or which political slant is this coming from?
Yeah, and then sometimes if you have like an out of body moment, or you get out of your own head for a second, you start to realize, or you get in your head. Sometimes you kind of pick up on like what they might be actually talking about.
Yeah.
So I think this is a surprisingly effective film that maybe to someone who is way more politically in tune would find this to be a very overt piece.
Yeah.
I personally did not. I actually didn't find it to be that overt. Like, you don't even know why Texas and California are at war with each other. You just know that in real life, they're very different states.
Well, yeah, what do they say? It was Texas, California, and Florida are like the independent, like they've full on seceded from the Union, and you're like, are they connected with each other? Are they all fighting each other? Are they just like, these separate like entities? Like, yeah, you get these like slivers of what the situation is without it fully. You know that there's America, there's California, Texas, and Florida, and they're all at odds somehow.
Well, the conversation's also lost. Like, there's a lot of the times, especially in real world, you get focused more on ideologies, and here ideologies are skewed. Like, you don't really even know what the hell the stances are and why.
Yeah.
That's the thing. A lot of the why of what's going on is, and it's more about like living through the Civil War that's happening. And how ideology sort of becomes replaced with survival, and that's what it's only about at a certain point.
And everyone's relationship with death changes, and it reminded me of that Jack Reacher-y thing too, because like there's that exchange in the field with the two sniper guys, and they're like, they boil it down to like the immediacy of the situation, like what's going on. We're trying to shoot that guy who's trying to shoot us. It's not really, no one's giving us orders. It's not about anything political.
Yeah.
And it's vague enough there that you're like, well, I don't know what to make of these two. But there are other characters who you definitely get the sense of, to tie it back, that Jack Reacher thing about like some people go off to war for a greater purpose than themselves. Some people go off to war because they're, I forget what the middle chunk is, but the final chunk is basically some people just want an excuse to kill. And like there's that in here. And there's also this sort of like when you're in the heat of battle, as many war movies touch on, like there's not like all the political stuff kind of fades when you're just in the heat of fire and just you're fighting for life and survival, and like maybe you have this greater purpose in mind, but in such a fractured scenario as is presented here, you got to imagine that a good amount, or it seems plausible that a good amount of people might just be in it for the carnage, Like it's interesting. It's an interesting like Rorschach test movie, I feel like, because there's so many things they put, they lace these little ideas from our current reality in, but without, again, too much. Like there's that one allusion to the Antifa massacre, and you're like, did Antifa massacre a bunch of people? Were a bunch of Antifa people massacred? What is that? But it sounds plausibly like an event that would play a role in a situation like this, and it leaves you, the viewer, to go, yeah, what would I extrapolate from that from my point of view?
There used to be a time where I would watch movies like this and chalk it up to like some version of sci-fi or whatever. And I honestly thought I was, this to me, this is like a more sophisticated Purge movie. Like I'm really into the Purge films, and those are way more like very obvious what they're talking about. And, and there's clearly a stance, and I'm a big fan of those movies. But then they're under the guise of like a scary horror movie. But they're really like insanely political with a very obvious message all the time, and. This one was talking on things that I am by no means an expert of.
Yeah.
So I wrote down some sentences that hopefully I know how to expand upon as we talk. I wrote down the cost of division and unchecked power.
Sure.
Journalism or exploitation of pain.
Mm-hmm.
And these are categories that I've certainly heard about. And I'm like, it all seems to be kind of represented more in the Jesse character. Yeah, Jesse Plemons' character. Because his scene is so effective, and it's only one scene, and that like, what kind of American are you? It's such a
loaded statement.
It's a loaded statement, yeah.
A loaded question.
Like it's kind of like a thesis around the movie in a way.
Yeah.
And
that scene I feel like is the most talked about singular element of this movie.
Is it? I thought it was only because of how he looked and came across. It's the scariest scene, but it also has so many layers because there's elements. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, and I only care to share my limited point of view. I want to make it clear, like it's a little difficult for me to talk about these things because it's one of those things where I could engage in conversation and ask a lot of questions when I'm on camera. I'm like, I could talk about filmmaking, but. Like there's a lot about nationalism, identity policing, and militia culture as well. Is that felt like very emblematic and a little bit more one of the more obvious moments to me that are a little more associated with far right generally.
Yeah, I mean it plays on your expectations a number of times when you walk into these areas where people are just hanging out with big machine guns. And you're like, okay, is this just the necessity of the here and now? Or do these people kind of walking around strapped up playing sheriff?
Well, identity policing is very topical right now.
Sure.
And in terrifying ways.
In multiple ways.
For a lot of Americans. Actual Americans.
What is the American identity at all anymore?
And then for what happens with... the two people he executes on a whim.
Tony and the other guy.
Yeah.
And they're from China, which is in its own way or from Hong Kong anyway, which, is British China, I believe. But still, America and China certainly have tension.
Yeah.
They could have been from anywhere. But yeah, it's like I feel like that was sort of a pointed detail.
And the first war zone scene that Jesse goes into, like that was that moment Jesse Plemons' scene feels like militia culture, but that scene there where they're fighting what looks like actual soldiers.
Yeah.
It looks like civilians who put on some vests and are fighting. And yeah, a lot of things that I don't dive too deep into, but I'll have my moments late at night where I find myself diving into. And I am not that's more what I'm trying to say. I'm not consistently educating myself in the way where I would like to, because of whatever reasons I have.
I mean,
I like that this movie shows, though, the collapse of that, because a lot of it is also getting your morality in check, and it's really easy to get caught up in politics and whatever and lose the it depends side of conversation, lose the gray of conversation, and instead it gets to a point where, what are we even fighting about now?
What is even happening? Well, yeah, and then like the only thing you really hear from the president is just this continual proselytizing about how we're this close to victory, and
and we are triumphant.
Yeah. And I think again, it's very pointedly sort of not fleshing out too many of the specific things, because I think it's probably part of the point of this piece that once you get into a certain level of depth into, dysfunction and civil unrest this way. Like, yeah, it almost doesn't matter what the politics are because it's this, this like tide of violence that keeps coming in and out and could strike anywhere. And it's like we live in a world already where violence could happen more. It feels like more than ever violence, especially like devastating massacre style violence, can happen kind of anywhere, anytime. And especially in like this kind of civil war scenario with the kind of machines we have now and the kind of means we have now, like, yes, there would be shortages of certain things, but it also makes all this like ruthlessly efficient and really, again, stark. And it's like the cost, the toll is like really easy to rack up. I feel like easier than in past generations to rack up, just the amount of damage and the depth at which you can lose yourself to just this military state that you live in now, this whole this military state of a country that is presented here. And it feels like a big goal of the movie to kind of do what it, again, like this is a narrative piece of fiction, but it seems like what it wants to do is the, again, sort of role of the journalist being like, in this fictional semi-sci-fi dystopian environment, we're just going to show you what could happen in the very near future, and then that gives it the eeriness. It's like, ooh, this feels very easily plausible, or if not contextually like, oh, this will happen tomorrow, still like the way it is realized and what it is showing you. It's all stuff that exists now, and it's all stuff that if you remixed society a little bit would absolutely probably look just this way.
It's more of a magnifying glass movie.
Yeah. And so it's like it's going, we're just going to present this to you filtered, so to speak, in the guise of being this sort of unfiltered peering in on a situation, and it's up to you, the audience, to kind of feel the emotion of it and to take that and turn it into something,
Yeah, but I can't see how this is a movie one would not get. It's pretty straightforward.
I don't think it would fly over anybody's head because it's not asking you to understand and I think too, to make this movie feel more timeless, it's probably smart not to make it like too down the rabbit hole of specific political events and talking points of our here and now, because I think it's a collective. I think, more than ever, we've always been divided, and especially having a country that is predicated largely on a two-party system, which is already hazardous terrain. It always feels like, and obviously we're a country with a very momentous and monumental civil war to our history once already. So it's the thing that I think no matter what side of the line you're on, you imagine being a possibility and you're kind of anxious about the prospect of. Well, I feel like we've all entertained it at some point lately.
I love it on even a filmmaking, on a pure filmmaking level.
Yeah.
Alex Garland is an amazing writer, and he does that thing in here where it consistently looks beautiful and at times looks really cool.
Yeah.
Like the finale looked awesome. It was an awesome scene.
Yeah.
Despite how unsettling and raw it felt. And it dawned on me too, like the bookends of this starts off right on Nick Offerman giving a speech in the White House, and it ends with him dead in the White House.
Well, and to go from like this close up, this like super long, beautiful looking, like professional, like, oh, you're in the press room, this is state of the art lensing of the moment, then to just the like nitty gritty black and white photo at the end is like such a going from a clearly digital image to an analog image. It's fascinating.
And to go from a speech to a sentence.
Yeah, to a plea.
Yeah.
Yeah, from an impassioned speech designed to rouse people's, collective patriotism to please just don't kill me.
And to watch,
so sad.
And to watch the character of Jesse essentially become the new Kirsten Dunst or Lee. Yeah, to become the new Lee is tragic. Mm-hmm. It's a tragic scene. And I think Kirsten Dunst is incredible in this film.
Yeah, man, she killed it. Like everybody, the ensemble, and that was one of those things too, where I was like, I don't know, I expected a movie that would be striking and permeating, but I'm glad that I was endeared to our core four, and most especially Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, Kirsten Dunst, you tell she's jaded.
Yeah.
You tell she's hollow. But you could also tell there's so much underneath that of years of experience of the torture of everything they've gone through. But she's not she's a different illustration of the journalists. You know, every journalist kind of presents something a little bit different. Sammy, how would you describe Sammy? Because like the other one, Joel is, you know, clearly a little bit of a thrill seeker, and then you got Sammy as like he's a little bit more on the hopeful side in spite of the years of all this shit, and then that hope is like stripped upon his death.
It's weird, yeah. Between Sammy and Lee, you get these, and Sammy is an older character with that much more experience, but it is an interesting yin and yang because she is kind of burdened with the purpose of this, and he certainly has a bit of that, but seems much more sort of like, I've lived through a good amount of things. And, you know, he seems like a character who is motivated by humanity in part to do this. And I'm not to say that the Lee character wouldn't or doesn't have that motivation, but he seems like one of those guys who has sort of accepted that this is the world we live in. And you can kind of guess at what his motivation would be or why he started to do this. But, you know, being that, again, he's an older character too, you have to imagine he would have known a different version of society perhaps before this collapse, and has more time in that version of the world to kind of remember what it is we're fighting for and stuff. Like, he seems like a more hopeful character, but he also seems like a seasoned and not as jaded, but certainly somebody who has seen a lot and who has taken a lot from that, taken a lot of knowledge and perspective from that. But if somehow has managed to hold on to his humanity, which again, I don't know exactly. I wonder if it has to do with like, because they keep coming back to like, you're old and you're fat and like, you know, you're not, and like that puts you in a different caste among people. Like you're seen as a different kind of presence, maybe not as much of a threat or whatever. So like, you know, it makes you guess at the experience. Like I like that I wouldn't have expected to have characters in this movie that I did latch onto and am kind of like curious and thinking in my own mind about, I wonder what happened to them. And maybe it was this or that, you know, that put them in these positions. And I thought that it's like, it's conscientious for a movie to have, the especially jaded kind of detached one, the more like crazy, wild, thrill-seeking one, the newbie, and then like the avuncular sort of warm, older presence. Like all those are good archetypes and they give a nice rounding to our eyeline perspectives, but they also felt like real. I've never met a bunch of war photographers, but from this perspective, it seemed like people you might plausibly meet in this position. And even if they're not fully attenuated to each other's way of doing things or each other's sort of resting vibes, like there's something about the four of them that can work together that, I mean, you know, Jesse is new, but you know, the rest of them, you kind of get it, even though it's not really spoken about. And like having that, I liked the presence of Sammy quite a bit, and I was really bummed when he died. 'Cause he just seemed like a character who had that old school kind of experience meets not optimism, but just sort of like there's something about sometimes like folks from the older school where like even if they're hardened, they might not have always and it can be the opposite, but they might have found a way to hold on to that little sliver of warmth. And the fact that he goes out like during the Ember scene, at least in my own little headcanon, kind of complements that idea. It's like he goes out in one of the most warm, beautiful sequences and something that really encapsulates the sort of surreal vision of this movie where like half the time you're in these beautiful environments and like even the violence at moments and even like natural violence, like a forest burning down, kind of takes on its own hypnotic bordering on beautiful quality, even if it is like horrifying, you know?
Yeah. The arc with Jesse, it dawned on me that early on in their first scene, Jesse, it's kind of telegraphing the ending. Because I guess I should have seen it coming. Is that in the beginning, Lee saves Jesse, and while Lee is taking photos of the dead, Jesse takes a photo of Lee at the very beginning.
Oh God!
And then at the very end, it's like foreshadowing. She's going to be taking the photo of her. Upon her death. That was such an ugly moment. Like, no, because it's the second time she saves her.
Yeah, and it's like
no concern about saving her. Yeah, just take the photo.
And it comes on the heels of like you're watching this sequence where you're like, oh man, she's like getting into the rhythm. She's like, anticipating the shots. And in that moment, she steps beyond the anticipation too far.
But it's a bit of an arc for her too, because for Kirsten Dunst, because she lets herself care and she makes the choice to save her instead of taking the photo of Jesse.
Yeah.
When she could have taken the photo of Jesse.
And it's that thing of like, in this, they have that conversation about like, there are a lot of worse ways Sammy could have gone out. And in this world, it seems like you have to kind of think about how you might want to die. And in that moment, you're like, this is so tragic. This could have been avoided. And yet, for this character's arc, it's kind of beautiful because it's like she's literally looking out for her younger self. This is going to turn this younger self Cypher into the current version. It's going to leave a lot of trauma, but it's also going to leave her alive. And
but what does that say for our future? What does that say for the next generation? Things don't really ever change.
The cycle.
That's what this movie made me think about. What I was trying to say earlier is that after watching some movies from like the 90s and stuff where I go, whoa, they were talking about things that are happening today and it's worse.
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
It's weird how there's like art pieces that are telling you, here's the road we're headed down.
Yeah.
Here's what's happening. And then you watch a movie and you're like, well, that was entertaining and I get your message and point. But, it's heightened. This is heightened. It's a movie.
Yeah.
And
Idiocracy.
And then real life happens and you wait a few years. Could be a decade. Could be 2. You're like, holy shit, that movie was saying what was going to happen.
This was ahead of its time.
And it happened. And it's kind of been happening like that for a while in life for many, 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 many years before we were ever born. And this to me is that, it's hard for me to not feel like, kind of feels like we're headed there,
well, yeah.
I don't even kind of, I'm being totally honest. I'm like, definitely feels like we're headed there. And I know the conversation of like, there's a lot that you could easily chalk up to. America's always been divided. There was a civil war. This is a repeat. This is how things always go. Things always go this way. It's easy to say that and ignore the warning signs of a true tragedy that we're headed down. This isn't fear mongering. This is a real thing of be cautious and, get a what do you need when you travel internationally?
A passport.
Get a passport.
Well, yeah. Get those Canadian dollars and a passport.
Yeah.
And two, I mean, if you want to zoom out even further, like, this is the story of all of mankind forever, is like everywhere. Earth is a big civil war a lot of the time. Countries have them, but also just we're always fighting each other. Like
we're not that old.
And we're not that as a country. We're not that old.
We're not that old. And forget that.
And as like a species on the terms that we're on now, we're not that old. And there's so much that's so young about us, and yet throughout all of human existence, we've been fighting each other and abusing and maiming each other. And there are always new systems to do it under, but yet it keeps happening. And we're always trying to get to a place where we don't have to do this anymore. It seems like the most impossible riddle to answer.
And I love you go through the horror of everything.
It's like a horror movie.
It is a horror movie to me.
Yeah.
You go through the horror of everything, and like its opening moments, where the president's giving a very patriotic speech, and you're cutting to the cruelties of war.
Yeah.
The cruelties of what this patriotic speech, what's underneath it all.
That's what it's on the backs of, yeah.
And then right then and there, they take the photo, and it looks like a glorious moment of like killing bin Laden,
Yeah. Yeah.
The dangers of or like, what's really underneath patriotism and how we use patriotism to mask ugliness.
Yeah, to feel better and to ease away the horrors and the things that leave your soul ever changed, even by just being complicit in them.
That doesn't mean be anti-American. That's the point. It's like, don't be. It doesn't mean we're anti-American. It's like there's there's levels to it where it can be bad, it can be dangerous, and it could be it could be used as a mirage towards something else.
Most
you know? It could be a distraction, actually.
Yeah,
you know?
most every country or society is like an ever-growing work in progress or de-progress.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, like to take a portrait like this doesn't seem like anti or pro anything. It's sort of just like you said earlier, the cautionary tale of like, this is a possible outcome. If you would like to avoid this, you know, en masse, you know, let's reflect on who we are and why and how. Because, like, you know, something like this, too. I remember when it was coming out, there was a bunch of just, you know, and obviously smart to have this drive the conversation. But, what kind of movie is this? Is this going to be some kind of liberal dystopian nightmare or some kind of, you know, super conservative, you know, neo-thriller with, you know, questionably ick politics or something? But it's something wholly different than that. And it's worse than either, because I think if it took like one very specific POV, you could just get stuck on the surface way easier than just the primal knowledge of like, it's too close to home, you know?
Especially when you have the president here in the opening scene. I thought, okay, are we going to walk into the dangers of unchecked power, authoritarianism? And the president's not really even in the movie.
I know, it's not even about him.
It's not about him. It's about like how we are, how we operate, how we evolve, and how we respond and how we react. There's so much about us, and that's what that's kind of like is hurting my head. Like I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open the more we're talking, because it's like, man, this is draining.
You know, it is. And then by the end,
my eyes,
when it's and in the movie's language, it's an interesting ping on the idea that like a president is only one person, and even though he's often the one to make whatever rousing patriotic speech, it's like it's so many other people doing the nitty gritty work. And like, hey, there are certainly some presidents who have major character, but, you know, to end on this moment of like this figurehead who can be responsible for so much division and so much ruckus out in society is just one kind of pitiful human, you know. And even in that moment, like a lot of people would say, please don't kill me. We probably all would. But like, for the position that you're thrust into and the power that you're supposed to exude, it does make an interesting statement on the fact that, like this place is just a building and this is just a guy, you know. And that's kind of bleak because you remember how thin all the, you know, gears that run society are, because it is just all of society is just one big experiment of us making an agreement and trying to kind of stick to it. And there are certain, you know, ways of enforcing that or not, but it's all a real messy work in progress.
How are we gonna do?
Have a civil war, of course.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being on this journey with us. We watched Civil War. How are you feeling?
Which state are you going to? California, Texas, or Florida? Or are you staying in the Union?
What kind of American are you?
What kind of American
Put it in the comments.
Oh, God.
Leave your thoughts down below.
Take some pictures.
We'll talk with you guys soon. Thanks, guys.